makeup scent. If I don't get it just right, it won't let me. But this color correcting fluid is amazing. My friend Maya recommended it to me, and it works better for me than the green stuff kind of does. I'm a little weirded out by some of that color correcting stuff, even though this is color correcting stuff. But if I just cover up my little pimples, or as Pilaf would say, cover scene, or Riffenstein, I think she changed her name, but I love her, she's hilarious. She does funny Russian accent, and I can do it too, and it just makes me laugh, because we are friends, and we don't know we're friends, but we are. And I like to cover everything on my chin, because it just breaks out, because unfortunately, I also get hairy like a man down there, and I know some of y'all can relate, some of y'all may not relate, but I break out because of the hair and me trying to get rid of it and not look like a man, and my face does not agree. It says, look like a man or look like scarred trash. Which one? And I choose scarred trash. So I'm covering as many of the big blemishes as I can. I'm kind of red here, so I'll just cover it up there. And it works like concealer for me. Concealer doesn't always cover it up, but if I leave this on for a minute and then put my foundation on and blend it in and everything, it works really well to cover up most of the color, if not all the color. And then I can go back with concealer for whatever it doesn't cover. Alrighty, I'm trying to stall while this sets in. I do like to sit and wait on it. Urgh, this desk drawer is not being my friend today. Cleaning my brushes off the desk, cleaning all my other stuff off the desk. Where did my foundation go? There it is. Giving it a minute to soak, and do its thing. Hopefully now it's been long enough. I am so fancy with my foundation. I joke. I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. I think it's pretty close to my skin tone. I'm sorry, that was rude, digging in my ear. I'm sorry, it's itchy. Allergies. Oh, hey, my husband's home. He gets to catch me doing this. Alrighty, so I use this, and I use my hand, because I am super fancy makeup artist. Not really. And I squeeze a bunch. And Beauty Blender, trusted Beauty Blender. And I'm just gonna dot some on my face first. That was too much right there. And then I just blend. Blendy, blendy, blend. I blend down my neck because sometimes it oxidizes and I don't want to look like I didn't blend, so I try to put it down my neck. I don't go all the way down to my chest because I think that's crazy. And I'm gonna hope that my dogs don't bark and go crazy, but they're probably about to bark and go crazy because my husband just pulled in, and I'm gonna pause while he gets inside. So I'm gonna pause it and blend, and I will be back. Okay, I let him come through, and dogs came through. As you can see, my foundation is blended in, and now I'm gonna do concealer. And I'm gonna get this little spot on my nose because I can still see it, and I know you can too. Then I'm gonna do triangles under my eyes. Some people think that if you just do the curve, but if you do that, you look more tired. I would like to look less tired, especially in this crazy quarantine stuff. Even though I sleep a lot. Okay, so I do weird triangles. There we go. Ooh. I'm gonna make a match because I'm OCD. Then I like to put a lot of concealer on my nose because for some reason my beauty blender, when I go to blend my nose in, it picks up what I have. So if I put a lot more there, it will pick up some less. Maybe. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I'm actually going to go a little farther down my nose because I can. This is called highlighting, for those of you who do not know. It is the brighter parts of your face you want to make even brighter. And, of course, conceal that. I start with my chin because it's easy. And I don't like to go too highlight heavy on my chin because I'm a big girl. And I don't want to look like I just ate some greasy chicken. You know what I mean? Like, judgment. And I'm going to try to get that side to match. Then I do my forehead and go down my nose. I like to save my eyes for last. But there. And almost covered it. Not quite. And that's not quite blending in the way I want it to. So I'm blending some more. Blend, blend, blend. And I don't want to take too long because my eyes need to... And that went a little crazy. I had more concealer on there than I thought I did. So I'm just going to bring it back up to my nose because I don't know if y'all noticed, but some of it picked up. And I'm super pale. Oh, I should have showed you my Shape Tape. I'll do that in just a second. Clearly my first YouTube video. My first makeup tutorial. I'm going to try to look up so you can see, but I can't see when I look up. And then that cleans up the edges there. You see how nice and clean my eyeshadow edges are? Isn't that beautiful? And again, get my nose some more. Try not to pick it up, try to put it some back down, you know what I mean? Make sure my nose is bright like a unicorn. Okay. Alrighty, so there's my concealer. And I used, I don't want to take too long, Shape Tape Double Duty Beauty in the shade, whatever shade this is. Fair, because I am white. Almost as white as Christmas, but not quite. So cleaning up after myself and getting my powder. Alright, I have translucent powder to set everything. This is a mixture of the flour powder and RCMA powder. Because I love RCMA and I got flour powder from my sister. And I don't like the container that the RCMA powder's in. So I put it in with the flour powder. The flour powder I don't like as much. It literally looks like flour. And it kind of cakes on my face. But you get your translucent powder. I always go crazy with this stuff because I want to make sure that when I hug the little old men in church, my makeup doesn't get on them. But this translucent powder is to set everything. It helps me that it's white. It may not help you that it's white. Because like I said, I'm whiter than Christmas. And I mean Christmas in Canada, not Christmas in Texas. Christmas in Texas is very green, not white. Or I guess I should say Vermont. Isn't that where that movie is, Vermont? I'm dreaming. Let's not do Christmas music. Whoa! That powder goes everywhere. But I want to set my neck too. My mustache that I need to wax. And get my forehead and my nose. And call it a day. I did get a little bit on my nose already, but... Nope. Got a little in my hair there. Yeah, that went a little crazy. So I'm going to try to brush off my excess. Because I just want to set. I don't want to look like Casper, even though I kind of do. I spent so long on my eyes, y'all. Okay. This will work for now. And done. Put the powder away. Don't leave a mess on your desk. I'm sorry, you get to see me clean while I work. Okay. Oh, and I used the e.l.f. Total Face Brush for my powder. Very fluffy. And I always get powder all over myself. Now to bring some color back to my face, I'm using a Wet n Wild brush. It's fluffy and angled. And I'm using another Physicians Formula. I like to use the Butter Bronzer in the shade Sun-Kissed Bronzer. Maru Butter Bronzer. I'm not sure. It doesn't say the shade. But there's a light version and a dark version. My sister likes the light version. I like the darker version. I feel like the light version kind of looks orange. But that may be the way I apply it, because it looks great on her. It just looks orange on me. So here we go. I'm going to suck in my cheeks because I want to carve out my face. Put shadows where shadows naturally fall on your face. And kind of make my face look a little skinnier than it was. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to start with my cheek. I'm going to suck in. And there's a faint line right there. And that's where I want it, kind of under my cheekbone. You don't have to make that face every time. If you know where it is, that's great. I know where it is by now. I don't typically have to make that face, but I like to help out my friends in need if they feel like they can't find it. So I'm just going to match it on the other side. And I'm sorry I make that sound. I can't suck it in for very long. So this looks a little more carved out than the other side, so I think I'm going to work on that other side. Make it look a little more. Doesn't that look so much better than my pasty face already? That flour powder / RCMA powder did not do anything to make me look like I had any sun. Okay, now I'm going to take it, I'm going to go around my forehead, and I go a little darker here and in my other corner, because I kind of have corners on my head. Not everybody has the corners, but I have corners, and I want to try to make my forehead look a little round, a little less square. So I like to put more shadow there, and then I bring it down to where my cheek one is. So again, it makes my face look narrower with the shadow, and I do get flyaways even with the headband. So that's what I was holding back over there. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Darken this corner and bring it down and try to hold the little baby hairs back. This is a long video, y'all. I'm starting to get tired. It won't be that long when I upload it, I hope. But just my eyes alone, that was long. And I want to make it complete by filling in here. Doesn't that look so much better than it did a minute ago when I was just pasty face? I look like I get a little sun now. I'm a little scared to go down here. I should. A lot of makeup artists do. But one day I'll do it, it'll look fantastic, and the next time I do it, it looks terrible. So sometimes I skip it. Because I'm scared for it to look like I didn't blend in, you know? And I do blend my makeup, thank you very much. I do make sure it matches. Alrighty, gonna take another Wet n Wild brush. You can barely see the Wet n Wild. And I don't know, on those brushes it doesn't say, but it's just kind of dense. But not like super fluffy like this one. So, there's that. However you want to do that. I like a little more dense brush for my blush, but not straight up. I don't know. But get the apple of the cheek there. Isn't that pretty? I have seen the sun. I do go outside. I don't go outside to exercise. I just lay on a towel. And, well, I avoid the sun because if I stayed in the sun, then I would be a lobster and not a person. Because of sunburn. You get it? Anyway, I wish I'd quit looking down. But that's where I am on the screen. And I typically go blush heavy because it fades first, and I don't know. I just like to have a lot of blush to start with because it gives me the color that my pasty face needs. And I used the Tarte, I don't want to say Amazonian clay, but I think it is. Yeah, Amazonian clay 12-hour blush in the shade Glisten. I love that it's a nice mauvey pink, and if you look, it's got a little golden sheen to it. It's just beautiful. Oh no, one of my other sons was not covered up very well. Oh well, can't see it now. Or can't see it as well now, I'll say that. Okay, so blush on, now for highlight, and then we are complete. Unless I do lips, which I typically don't do, but since I might do lips, I'm going to go ahead and chapstick it up for a minute. Because I think I need a lip look to complete. Alright, so I'm using the same highlight I used earlier, the Kylie in the shade Princess Please. And not that one. This one. My Morphe brush, it's beat up because I put it in the dryer. I mean, not dryer, washer. But Morphe G40. It's a little fluffy, but just dense enough to where it'll give me the perfect highlight. Oh, you know what though? I forgot to contour my nose. And that's my favorite. Where is another Morphe brush for my nose contour? I'm sorry, the number has been rubbed off, but it did say Morphe. You can barely see some of the letters. Go back to my Physicians Formula and contour the nose. We must make them think that we don't have a nose, right? Oh, we don't have nostrils. That's what it is. I go down the sides of my nose because if you look, I have a bump in my nose. So I try to go down the sides and make it look like I don't have the bump anymore. If I don't hit just the right spot, it looks like my bump looks worse. Oh goodness. And I did not hit just the right spot today. And I like to go farther up because again, I'm hiding that bump. So if I go a little farther up, I'm going a little crazy on this contour today, y'all. I don't normally go this deep. Do you see that? And then I like to color down at the bottom to kind of make my nostrils disappear, like that one makeup artist says. And then I try to make my nose nice and round at the end, like a cute little button nose. And y'all, I am going crazy. Don't do this dark on your contour. I don't know why I'm going crazy, but I am. There we go. That's about where I want it. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to blend because that went crazy on me. There's still some foundation and such on your beauty blender, so you can use it to blend out. But if you go too crazy, it may not work. That looks a lot better than it did. I still had some foundation on my hand, so this may be a mistake because wet on top of dry doesn't work very well typically. But I needed to fix it. Okay, beautiful. Mucho better, not too crazy. Now I can put my highlight on and it to be beautiful. And sometimes I don't see it the first try, and it's there. It's just not as there as I want it to be. I have the gold shade, and that tends to work. Ooh, look at that shiny nose. I got a unicorn nose. This is my favorite part. I love the highlight on my nose. I love the contour on my nose. I love the highlight on my nose. And it's just kind of the same places that you use the concealer on. This is where I have to try not to go too crazy because I don't want it to look like a greasy chicken. I want it to look glowy, not greasy. So I have to be a little careful on that. But you get your nose and your forehead where you did the concealer before where the light shines. And then you can see a little bit, but I want more. So I'm going to go a little ham on that. And then the top of your cheekbones. Like someone said something, or I saw a meme on Facebook where it said he pays a lot for his girlfriend to make her face look like Neapolitan ice cream. Chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. That's what you want on your face. Or at least for me, it's vanilla. I don't know what it is. For some people, it may be salted caramel. You know, whatever. But there you go. Chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. Shiny vanilla. Alrighty. I think that is full face. So now I'm going to set it with some setting spray. I like to use the Tarte Stay Spray. But actually, I'm going to do something crazy first. I have this misty water bottle thing, and I actually am going to wet it a little bit first because my skin gets a little dry right there, and you can see some texture already. This adds some moisture to my face and kind of takes away the texture. So I'm just going to gently, we'll see, mist it on my face. So there, nice gentle mist. I saw where one of the Tarte people like does her makeup and then she like gets in the shower for 5 minutes and she doesn't like wet her face. She just lets the steam help moisturize and set her face. And so that's kind of my version, except not getting in the shower because I've already been in the shower. And now my Tarte Stay Spray, Double Duty Beauty. I have to hold my breath or I'll sneeze right after. I'm going to have to get some more because clearly it did not spray very well. So I'm just going to cheat the system here and kind of gently as possible, kind of blend it into my face. Very gently. And there we go, it's the finished look with my kitty ears and all. And I don't know how to do slow-mo beauty things, but I'll just oh, lips. We were gonna do lips. I can't believe I forgot lips. I can believe I forgot lips. I don't wear lips because I play flute, and if I put lips on and then play the flute and then smudge, it's no good. So let's see. Ooh, is that the color I wanted? No, that's the coral color. Oh, there it is. There we go. Alrighty, so for our lip, I'm going to use the Tarte Lip Architect lipstick and liner. And I hope this is the right one. In the shade Cutie Pie. I'm not sure that's the color I want. I'm trying to find a maroon color. Hopefully this will work. So Cutie Pie. Gonna draw my lips. I want to do an X here first. To make sure I get that nice and pretty. And then a line here. And I don't do the intentionally overlining my lips. If I overline my lips, it's on total accident. Because I don't feel like I'm very good at lips. Especially if I talk while I'm trying to draw them. And I just kind of love that berry color lip. I also don't wear lipstick because my husband won't kiss me if I'm wearing lipstick. I'm sorry, I know that's super flattering. So I draw the lip liner first. I'm not going to use the lipstick end. I'm still working on my lip liner here. I don't know how other YouTubers do this and don't look like idiots. Maybe I'm just so focused on the makeup I don't realize they look like idiots. Or maybe I'm just going to look like an idiot. This lipstick I'm going to use is Mary Kay Crushed Berry. And I love this shade. And I don't do the lip brush thing. I'm not fancy like that. I just put my lipstick on. When I have a lip liner on, I feel a little protected about it. I'm sorry for my dirty, ugly nails. Okay, here's the part where it gets dangerous. I want to fill in that part, but I don't know how to do it without smearing everywhere. I smeared everywhere. Anyway, I want to cry. It works with eyeliner, maybe it'll work with lipstick. Better. I won't say perfect, but better. I'm going to go back with my lip liner and see if I can fill that in. Close enough. So now here's the finished look with lipstick. It's hard to do these glamour shots with kitty ears. So there's my best glamour shot for my first YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too forever long. We'll see. I keep smearing it right there every time I talk. But anyway, insert clever tagline here, and I hope you enjoyed it.